A lot of developers send me review codes for games that they want me to check out and show you guys, and I've sort of, fallen behind on a lot of those. Sorry, developers. So to sort of play catch up, I decided to come up with a new segment for the channel. A segment where I play like an hour or two of a game that I get sent, and then give you my impressions in a short bite-sized video. And so what I'll be doing for this segment is playing an hour or two of these games, and then telling you what I think based on just those impressions, because you don't really need to give a game more than an hour or two before you know whether or not you like it. Now that's not always the case for every game, but for a simple indie game, I'm sure that that's more than enough time to determine whether or not I think you might like it or not, based on whether I like it or not. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the first episode of Indie Bits. And for this first episode of Indie Bits, what better game to introduce than a game that I was actually pretty excited to play, and that is Tangle Deep. Tangle Deep is a hardcore, old-school, turn-based roguelike where you create a character and go through dungeons in a turn-based combat. Now this isn't turn-based like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, rather you walk in a grid and take a step. Each step counts as a turn. Enemies don't move unless you take a move. And that is why it's, I guess, sort of turn-based. At least that's the term that they use for it. And as always with roguelikes, this is all procedurally generated. A couple of the first things that you'll notice upon launching the game are the music and the graphics. Both inspired by classic 16-bit games, Tangle Deep does it really well. The music is beautiful and charming and feels like it fits right into a classic Super Nintendo RPG, and the graphics definitely follow that theme as well. Now in Tangle Deep, you start the game by selecting one of several character classes, each ranging in how difficult it might be to use them. Each class has different skills that you can unlock over time, and you can even change class later, keeping some of your skills from your older classes. This is where I think Tangle Deep shines compared to some more traditional roguelikes. As you continue through the dungeons, you unlock food, items, and job points, or JP, which you can then use to pay for skills that you can unlock later on. In the town, you have various NPCs you can interact with. There's Percy the healer, who offers his healing services between runs. There's Aaron, who gives you rumors, which are basically how you pick up side quests. And there's Katie Twinkles, which is the lol so random cat person that sells you some stuff. So she's pretty unique. In the dungeons, you explore each floor, fighting enemies and collecting loot, while making your way to that floor's stairs to continue on through each level, progressing further and further as you go along. If you need to take a break and return to town, you do have a town portal ability that you can use to come back, sell some loot, buy new loot, replenish your health, and so on, before returning to the dungeon and continuing where you leave off. In this respect, the game is a bit easier compared to some more hardcore roguelikes, but it's also just more fun and more fleshed out. There's more that you can do, and it does get pretty difficult later on. The first boss I encountered squished me pretty quickly. I have had a great time playing the game so far, and I do plan to put more time into it once I have that time to put into it, but it's been a lot of fun, and now not only is it available on PC, but you can also play it on the Switch, which I think might be even my preferred way of playing it. I have it on PC, but maybe I'll pick it up on Switch because this seems like it would be perfect on the go. If the game interests you at all, I'd say definitely check this one out. Thank you guys for watching the first episode of Indie Bits. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, I still have a lot of review codes to go through. I don't know if a lot of the games that I've been sent would be a good fit for a full-on longer review, so these smaller bite-sized videos seem just right. So if you agree, like this video and let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe for more episodes of Indie Bits and whatever else I normally put out on the channel. Bye-bye.